I don't know what happened, but last video was never supposed to happen. Let's all pretend that video never existed. What I was trying to get to before I went on an uncontrolled lecture about metaphysics, I seen some people say they're concerned. I heard from someone the other day that him and his girl are worried because his girl is from Venezuela, right? Like she's like fresh out of Venezuela. She doesn't speak much English. She doesn't have citizenship in America. So this guy's like, yo, I'm worried my girl about to get deported after the recent changes in America, cuz she's not a citizen. She's only been in America for about 1 year. Now, this girl is very nice. She works and everything. She doesn't cause any problems, but apparently she might get deported. Hey, what would you do if that was you? Let's say you started dating somebody and boom, she get deported. Now, I did make a suggestion, and some of y'all have heard me say this before. Last year, Haku, I was supposed to get married, and some of y'all know her from her code name in my music and videos as Samantha. She lives in the UK. I live in the US. The plan was once we get married, she gets citizenship here in America, allowing her to get the benefits of that. I told him, look, if you really love this girl and you don't want her being flown back to her country in like a cargo container or something, because I don't know what's going on anymore, right? Like, you might have to marry her to save her. And he said, it's an option he thought about, but he doesn't want to get married on those terms. Also, she has a family here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would be kind of messed up if she's like the only one who gets citizenship and the rest of the family has to go back to Venezuela. Like, it's kind of cold. It's not a good look. It's not fair. And again, what would you do? Now, here's the thing about all this. Just for context, before I give my perspective, my father's an immigrant. My mother's Japanese, and she was born in America. I was also born in America, but my father was born out of the country, and he moved here in his 30s, I believe, or whatever. Look, since the beginning of humanity, people have made movement. People leaving their homeland for many different reasons and purposes is completely embedded in human history. I'm only going to mention this because people love to mix politics with religion and believe it's a fair argument, right? Yo, even in the Bible, Abraham left his homeland. Moses led his people and was an immigrant. He led his people as immigrants. The stories are very similar in reasons to things that go on today, such as immigrants who cross borders, seeking safety, opportunity, and hopefully dignity. But at the same time, this behavior comes with struggle and a moral dilemma. America, for some reason, people have completely forgot, but America was built by immigrants. Some came here by choice. Some came for freedom. Some came forced here in chains. The American foundation of the country's history, of how it was built, was influenced by the sweat, sacrifices, and dreams from those who were not originally from this land. So when anyone wants to discuss immigration, you can't just forget about the history of America itself. Now, let's talk about the Venezuelan shorty, right? Deportation. I have to be blunt about this. There are people who enter a nation illegally, and they may do it, though, to flee the dangers or problems of their country. And even though they may come to a nation or a country illegally, many do contribute to American society, working jobs that others are refusing to take. Oh, I made a comment about this in another video, but people wanted to be technical with me. I said in an older video, they don't pay taxes. But people were throwing a fit in the comments and going like, technically they do, because, when you buy stuff from a store, they pay sales tax. You go to the store, you buy some candy, right? And the original price you get the tax out of, it's called sales tax, right? So they're technically paying taxes because they contribute to the tax system that way. That's what people were being technical about. Listen, that's kind of splitting hairs here. They don't pay federal income tax or state income tax. They don't contribute to Social Security or Medicaid unless it's fraudulent Social Security numbers, which is frankly illegal. They avoid self-employment taxes if they work off the books by an independent laborer, dodging the IRS, a felony offense, since they, immigrants also can't legally own stocks or real estate or businesses. So they do not pay capital gains tax either. Yet, because they buy clothes, food, gas, and other tax goods, we say they pay taxes. Sure, they pay the excise taxes on alcohol, cigarettes, and gasoline, but sure. Let's not pretend that equates to the tax responsibilities of an American citizen. Despite this, many undocumented and illegal immigrants have access, though limited, to programs like Medicaid, funded by American citizen taxpayers. And when some argue that they contribute to society, they pay their taxes, right? No, these immigrants, they pay the taxes because when they do it, when they provide fake social security numbers, right? Like, I know them, like, that's how they bro, yo, I don't even know what you're saying. You gotta admit that's an illegal act, okay? But, if we begin labeling people as criminals for falsifying information, avoiding the IRS by making fake social security numbers, especially illegal immigrants, people start crying about it. Yeah, this is the reality. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's why it's such a hard topic to talk about, you know what I'm saying? But still, as I was saying, immigrants do contribute to American society a lot by working jobs people refuse to take. They indirectly pay taxes, okay? Y'all happy? All right. And they actively participate in the economy by other means. And that brings us with the moral dilemma. If someone comes to another country or nation seeking safety and a chance at a better life, do they deserve that opportunity in America? Well, in my opinion, I feel like the positive impacts of immigrants in America is overwhelmingly surpassing the negative. There are way more positives than negatives. You know what I'm saying? However, let me be honest and upfront here. This doesn't mean I'm entirely pro-immigration. The concerns I've seen people have about immigrants and criminal activity it's an understandable concern. It's valid. But to address this is why stronger border security is necessary. I don't think that means closing our doors entirely, though. I feel like America should create the opportunity for the honest, hardworking immigrants to earn legal status. The only people who should face deportation are those who engage in criminal activities or abuse the system. Those who don't and are law-abiding immigrants deserve the opportunity to experience America as a beacon of hope, just like it has historically been represented as. We should create a system with clear, fair, and effective legal methods to ensure that people in this country are with purpose. For immigrants who seek a better life, I believe we should extend fairness in America. For those concerned about security, we should enforce stronger measures. I'm completely with it. But the balance comes from offering opportunities to those who contribute positively, while at the same time protecting the nation's integrity. So going back, his girlfriend, who is working a job, the Venezuelan lady, right? She doesn't cause problems. She's trying to make it here, right? This guy's girlfriend. Somebody like her should be given safe passage. She's not a criminal. She's contributing positively to the country and the economy. But here's where things get complicated. The system doesn't always make a distinction between someone like her, who is someone trying to build a better life, versus someone who might be here with bad intentions. The system doesn't always make a distinction of that. And that's part of the problem. The immigration system is weird in America. It doesn't provide clear, reasonable ways for people like her to gain legal status without, the getting married to this dude or something. Like the advice I gave him, you know what I'm saying? You see how we got to go to these examples here. And let me make this clear, because I've seen people make this argument. A nation or country, it has every right to control its borders. It has the right to determine who enters or who stays in the country. A country has... Listen, I hear your point. I agree. But I don't think that's the issue. The issue is how the process is handled. A system that gives the ability to work legally, pay taxes, and integrate into society without the fear of deportation, where you can earn your citizenship. I think that is a very fair system that rewards those who contribute, yet it punishes those who take advantage. I don't see how this can be very complicated of an idea. If you're willing to work, pay your dues, and follow the law, I don't think it's fair to be sent away and deported. But at the same time, if someone is committing crimes, taking advantage of the system, or harming others, they gotta go. Put them on a plane right now. I'm just proposing the concept of balance and fairness to the honest workers and to the honest people, yet consequences for the dishonest people. And you can make the argument, well, Aku, they came here illegally. They already broke the law. So, hey, these dishonest people you mentioned, they deserve consequences and should be immediately deported, right? Because they came here illegally, so technically broke the law. So you thought you want to make that point. All right, listen, I understand. At the end of the day, I hear you. Entering a country without permission is breaking the law. You're right. I mean, with my suggestion about earning legal status, if we start making exceptions, where do we draw the line? If we don't enforce the law, then why do we have these laws in the first place, right? Well, this goes back to what I said earlier. The system is outdated. It's weird. There should be some sort of legal pathway to give opportunity for somebody from another country who is hardworking, law-abiding, to earn legal status. But right now, we're in a gray area where it's like, hey, this person is illegal, but he or she is law-abiding right now. Should we have compassion for them because they're trying to escape their country because whatever's going on in the country with the conflict and everything like that, they're trying to find safety and trying to find a new opportunity and rebuild their life? I mean, should we have compassion for that, or should we enforce the law? And this is exactly why this is an ongoing problem. All I think is that we should strengthen our border security and crack down on crime and ensure people aren't abusing the system. We should have a more clear way to earn legal status, and I feel like the American citizens who directly pay taxes should be prioritized. We shouldn't have immigration policies that negatively impact struggling citizens. That's the thing about that. You know, America's economy and resources are not infinite. We like to believe that. It's not. And I feel the American citizens, again, should be prioritized. It doesn't mean we completely disregard immigrants, though, but you get what I mean. We just need something fair and reasonable and deserving for immigrants in the first place. That's my middle ground take. It leans more towards pro-immigration, but I'm not definitely fully on that side, you know? Anyway, what do y'all think? Would you marry somebody just so they get citizenship if they're going to get deported? What's going on here? You know what I'm saying? Hey, this episode is found on Spotify and YouTube. Roman free. Roman free. Sailor drifting in the sea. Where I'm going next, I don't know, it's one of these. Another day flowing by again where I'm long to be. Laid it down, but I can't find no more space to agree. It takes two to love, you can say that, yeah, and I agree. Carving your emotions into me, it starts atrocities. Promise me forgiveness for you is worth the apology, but a lonely road to go, how I'm feeling honestly. I'm roaming free. See myself drift away, now I'm seeing qualities. Life is so much better when I'm focused on my prophecy. Things still lurk with me, but I'm out here constantly roaming. I'm roaming free. Chasing me, not looking back.